Welcome to our video on creating effective prompts for blog posts. In this video, we are going to show you how to use ChatGPT to generate prompts for your blog post and how to use them to create an engaging blog article. When it comes to writing blog posts, one of the most important things is to start with a good prompt. A prompt is a short phrase or sentence that helps you guide your writing and keep your readers engaged. When creating prompts for your blog post, it's important to keep a few things in mind. First, make sure that your prompt is specific, like we discussed in the last video. Second, try to make your prompt interesting and engaging to your readers. And finally, keep your prompt short and to the point. Otherwise, we are just going to confuse ChatGPT and may not get the result that we were asking for or we were expecting for. Now, let's see how we can use ChatGPT to generate prompts for a blog post on, let's say, how to lose weight without dieting. So now ChatGPT is generating a lot many suggestions for us what we can do. There are several ways to lose weight, but ChatGPT is still unclear whether we want these as a basic information or do we need to put it in a blog. Now what we are going to do is we are going to optimize this even more. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give us some blog ideas around losing weight. Now, these prompts are a great starting point for a blog post on losing weight without dieting or just losing weight. Let's take the first prompt: 10 simple lifestyle changes that can help you lose weight, and explore a bit on it. Now, the moment you give another prompt on your first prompt, ChatGPT is going to look back on the list that ChatGPT shared and then will provide you an elaborative answer on what can be added onto whatever you're asking. So, because we started with the first point, it is actually giving us so many examples and so many information on what can be done to make our lifestyles even better to help us lose weight. All right, now that we have some starting points on 10 simple lifestyle changes that can help us lose weight, what we can do is we can add some step by step guidance in our blog, or maybe we can add some examples on how to get these things done. So, for that, we are going to add another prompt for ChatGPT to include some examples under each point. And the reason I'm just starting with one point is ChatGPT can always feel overwhelmed because we have asked for 10 different types of lifestyle changes. We might need to pick one at a time and then deep dive into it a lot more. That way, you're going to get a lot more detail than if you just go ahead and ask ChatGPT to provide you all the things for all the points. Now you see it has picked the very first point, which was start with hydration, and then it has elaborated it even more. It has provided us with examples, it has provided us the step-by-step instructions to take, and also an ending paragraph with it. In the similar way, go back up, pick the second point, and ask the same thing. So it's kind of like a recurring process, a conversation between you and ChatGPT to create your blog from scratch till the end. So you might want to open a Google Doc, or if you use Word Doc, you can also open that. Open a doc format and then start copy pasting whatever you receive. So this was, let's say, this was our first blog. We are going to start with adding all these 10 points, and then we are going to add additional details that ChatGPT will provide under each of these points. And then we are going to add the detailed information for each of these points later on. So it's going to be a repetitive process until your entire blog is finalized. So I used one template which is really helpful for me to get started, and I want to share it with you all. For that, what you need to do is you're going to add introduction, use shift and enter to move on to the next line before asking ChatGPT to take any further action on it. Now, this is the template that you want to use for any of the blog articles. But if you're just going to add it and enter, into ChatGPT, this might be a little confusing because we haven't provided any context. So what we're going to do is we're going to also add one more line at the top. I want, and that way, whenever you replace XYZ with your topic and add these sections in, it is going to give us some answers which might be really helpful for us as a starting base. While I recommend ChatGPT in terms of getting the inspiration for these blog articles, I would still suggest that go ahead, use these pointers as your starting base, and then write down each of these articles by yourself. Whatever information that you feel can go in, add that in. It doesn't have to be everything that ChatGPT creates, but it can be a very good starting point for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.